Blog Talk Radio.
Caution, the tea is hot. Blow it off first, okay? Dish and tea with Big Meech.
Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comfort together because it's time to dish the tea. And your dish tea, darlings, with Big Meech.
Can't wait. Time to dish tea with Big Meech. Time to dish tea with Big Meech. Time to dish tea with Big Meech. Time to dish tea with Big Meech.
Darling. And hello out there in Blog Talk Radio land, here in the glorious United States and across the globe. Hello to all of my tea sippers in Germany and Italy and France and the Caribbean islands and to the Ukraine and even Beijing. Honey, it is another glorious Wednesday, my tea sippers. And you know what time it is, honey, so I know you have all of your carpets together because it's time to Dish T. You're dishing the tea, darlings, with Big Meech. What's going on, babies? Oh, we're having a very interesting 14 days. Yes, it's been 2 weeks since I've been on. I do apologize for you for last week, although I had some things that came up at the donut factory, honey, that I could not get out of. I was obligated to do. And we thought we were going to come back in with a special edition show later in the week. However, we were unable to, so, we had to take a little break last week. So now we're back, and everything is right on track. And we're coming back, honey, to another Don't Come Out of a Bag Wednesday, honey, where you are my co-host. Yes, that's right. So you know what the deal is, honey. We can talk about any and everything that is on your mind right here and right now, honey. However, the rule is, if you decide to come out of a bag, oh me, sweetie, sugar, apple dumpling, cherry blossom, believe you me, I'm going to come out of a bigger bag on you, okay? Now, having said that, honey, if you want to join in on this conversation, please feel free to call in at 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183. Press the number 1 just one time. You'll hear the little teleprompter say you are now in the host queue, and that would be your cue to know that, honey, that you are here, your hand is raised, and I know that you're here. And then I will get to you at the appropriate time and come on in and we'll talk, okay? Now, I just opened up the tea room, honey, so for those of you who are on computer, the tea room is open, and you're able to come over here and converse with us that way, honey. And let me say this, that the tea room, please, honey, dish your tea over here responsibly, my darlings. Honey, y'all know we are in this new thing, honey, where everything is about typing and texting and all of that, honey, so just dish your tea over here responsibly for me, because if I come in and find that you are cutting up, darling, I'm going to cut you out, okay? Because you don't have the luxury of hearing someone, honey, you may think they're trying to come out of a bag on you, they might try to finger snap you, neck roll you, do the girlfriend move on you or whatever, and may not be the case. So please dish your tea over here responsibly, please. Remember, it is okay to disagree. Just don't be disagreeable. Okay. Now, having said that, let me put my disclaimer here that dishing tea with Big Meech is for mature audiences, and the language and or subject matters that you hear on this program are not intended for children or anyone who is not mature and or sophisticated enough to handle the subject matter. So, your listening discretion is advised. I will repeat. Dishing tea with Big Meech is for mature audiences, and the language and or subject matters that you hear on this program are not intended for children or anyone who is not mature and or sophisticated enough to deal with the situations at hand. So your listening discretion is advised. Now, babies, y'all know I have a potty mouth. If you don't know by now, you will in just a few moments. Okay? Now, having said all that, honey, it is, I'm 45 years young. I've earned the right to every 3 or 4 or 5 or 17 or 52 or 192nd syllable and or letter word that comes out of my mouth, honey. I just need you guys to be ready, okay? Because I don't know what bag I'm coming out of. Just know that I'm coming out of one, okay? So if you have children around, honey, put them in the other room with the other flat screen. Okay, let them watch Dora or SpongeBob or Bert and Ernie, Kate and Allie, honey, Cagney and Lacey, somebody. Okay, put them in the other room, honey. If you're at work, now is the time to turn the volume down to a respectful level and or have your headphones on, because this is the time, honey, for the grown and sexy to become the seasoned and sophisticated, darling. And none of you bitches or motherfuckers will come to me at the Piggly Wiggly, the Walmart, the Walgreens, the Dollar Store, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, honey, at the MARTA station. Hell, I don't care where I am. None of you will come up to me, and I will not entertain anyone who says, oh, I was listening to your show, honey, you got me rolled up, and you got me this, and you got me. No, I didn't do anything. You did. Okay, so I need for you to please govern yourselves accordingly, okay? Govern yourselves accordingly, all right? Now, having said all that, my darlings, we do have a couple of special announcements. Of course, you guys know, honey, we are in that time, honey. It is that time for what? Nobody has time for the pain. No Time for the Pain, honey, is going to make its Atlanta debut October 23rd, 24th, and 30th, right here at the South Fulton Arts Center, located at 4645 Butner Road in historic College Park. Tickets are on sale right now, $25 each, or $35 for the VIP treatment, where you're going to have section-off seating, and you get to come and experience the tea party reception that we're going to have. So for $35, that gets you in, my darling. You get to partake of a wonderful production, honey, written by yours truly. Yes, indeed, honey. Family ties are shattered and destroyed when fraternal twins Danielle and Eric confront one another on the issues of betrayal, infidelity, and HIV. So now what would you do if you found out that your fiancé of 7 years was having an illicit affair with your twin brother for 5 of them? Your twin brother finds out he's HIV positive. You find out that you're pregnant and HIV positive. Ooh. Oh, yes, honey. We got drama, we got comedy, we got laughter. Honey, this may not give you answers, but No Time for the Pain, honey, will leave you there discussing the possibilities. Okay? So come on out. We encourage you to get your tickets now, honey. Please, children, get your tickets. Okay? $25 or $35. For more information, you can go to the website at dishingtea.com. That's dishingtea.com. For more information on how you can get tickets, or if you want to come on and be a patron or a sponsor, we do have vendorships available. If you want to come down to be a vendor with us at the event, we also have the playbill where you can sit down and advertise your business and or your product, or just want to give us a well wish or just want to be cute. If you can't make it and want to do that, that's fine. If you want to sponsor tickets, you can do that as well. Once again, all that information is over at dishingtea.com, or you can call Peter Jackson, who is executive producer of this particular show and also creative director of 5 More Artists Detroit. You give him a call at 248-688-5178. That's 248-688-5178. No Time for the Pain, honey, is rated R due to the strong, coarse language. So, honey, yes, again, your listening discretion and your viewing pleasure is advised. This is presented to you by 5 More Dish and Tea Entertainment. And, yes, honey, good. We are loving that. Now, for those of you who are actors and want to get a part of this and want to be a part of the creation, September 15th, we are holding our general casting auditions. September 15th from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the South Fulton Arts Center, located again at 4645 Butner Road here in College Park, at Georgia. I was about to say College Park, Michigan. I had to catch myself. College Park, Georgia. For more information, again, go to the website, dishandtea.com, to follow the link for you to register. If you're LGBT, our casting partner, there's Meek Productions, who are the official LGBT casting agency here in Atlanta. So we ask you to register with them so that you can get your opportunity to come on through and audition for No Time for the Pain. Yes, my darling, honey. And these girls, we had a pre-casting call on the 29th of August. And, darling, I'm telling you, the kids are battling for these roles. We are really and truthfully going to have a fantastic show for you. It's written by myself. It's going to be directed by Mr. Billy Dixon. He is known here in the Atlanta area for all of his wonderful creations that he has put on. And so, darlings, this here is going to be sensational. Yes, again, No Time for the Pain, October 23rd, 24th, and 30th, okay? Dishingtea.com for more information on how you can get tickets and or become part of our sponsorship if you want to be sponsors or patrons to help us bring the vision to reality, okay? Yes, indeed. I live for it. I want to say happy birthday, honey, to a friend and my sister friend of the show, Miss Selena Johnson. Today is her birthday. Hey, Selena, baby. Happy birthday, Mama. I love you. I love you. I love you. We're going to get her back on the show real soon. If you do not have her new CD, Chapter 6, Couples Therapy, honey, I encourage you to go ahead on and pick that joint up, baby, because these kids, I am telling you, her album, Faith Evans' album, Kiki Wyatt's album, child, these kids, they brought out some fantastic music. Have y'all bunched that new Jill Scott? Child, these kids got music for your nerve, honey. It is really, really a treat. And right now in R&B music, and of course, a lot of the artists are very independent now. So, yes, my babies, this here is everything. I'm telling you, go ahead on and get those albums, put them into your collection, honey. I encourage you to. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Ha ha! So happy birthday, my darling, and to all those who I've missed over the time. Sarah Dash just had a birthday just recently, and a few other folks that I've missed over the time. So, honey, I'm doing birthday shout-outs. We're remembering Michael. We're remembering Whitney. They had birthdays last month throughout the month of August 9th and August 29th. So, yes, that there is a beautiful, beautiful thing, okay? So, again, this is a Don't Come Out of a Bag Wednesday where, my babies, you are my co-hosts, okay? So what I am going to do, let me take a little minute. I am going to take a break so I get some libation. Hopefully you have your tea with you. When we come back, I'm going to let you know what's on my mind. And also, we're going to have a special treat. I'm waiting on them to call on in. Y'all do know that we are approaching Labor Day. Here in Atlanta, everything is off the chain down here because this is Black Gay Pride weekend for us here. So, child, Atlanta is going to be infiltrated with black queens, honey, and all of that, okay, coming from across the globe. So I'm going to encourage you, honey, if you're coming to the Atlanta area, make sure all of your responsibilities are taken care of first before you come down here to party and play and carrying on. Ain't nobody hating on you because you're coming, honey, but I want to make sure that when you get home, you're not coming on and clicking a switch and there's nothing on. Okay? Or better yet, honey, you try to go turn the key, honey, and then change the lock on your ass. So, yes. So not only do we have Black Gay Pride going on, we got Dragon Con, which is the big comic book affair that's going on down here. We have Skate-a-thon that's going on for all the roller skaters. They're coming from across the globe to come down here to Atlanta to skate. We got college football going on, so these kids are going to be here for all the gamers who are going to the games and stuff. The trains and everything are going to be absolutely ridiculous, okay? And parking is going to be gridlocked down here this particular weekend. But what's fascinating is that my babies are going to call in, honey, in just a few moments. We have, y'all heard them before, Mr. Anthony Wayne and his partner, Mr. Kendra Bowman. Honey, they are producing this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful show called Mighty Real, a fabulous Sylvester musical. And here, this Saturday, September 5th, they will be here in Atlanta to do a one-night only. They're going to Dreamgirls us, baby. A one-night-only performance this coming Saturday, which is perfect because this will be right in the height of Black Gay Pride. And, of course, y'all know Sylvester, honey, was just a diva. She was affectionately known as the gay Aretha Franklin, honey, in a lot of the circles and carrying on. So in just a few moments, these children will be here to give us an update on what's going on with the show and how you can get tickets and everything. So let me take this break so I can wet my palate. And then when we come back, I'm waiting on them to call on in, and then we'll talk with them for just a brief little moment, and then we'll get into the show, okay? So let me do this. Wait a minute. Okay. Y'all know sometimes this dog, my cursor always overshoots and everything, so I'm trying to be cute. And, okay, here we go. So, yeah, let me do this, and when I come back, honey, we're going to get right into this, okay? I said, ha, and it's rolling, but it ain't playing. Ain't that nothing? This scam thing Pharaoh'sTreasureBox.com, a quality online Detroit mobile business. Custom, affordable, high-quality, handcrafted art, jewelry, gifts, and accents for you, your event, home, office, or business. Contact Peter Jackson, Artistic Director, at 248-688-5178. 248-688-5178. Pharaoh'sTreasureBox.com, embracing a fusion of cultures and making art beautifully affordable.
Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in urban culture and lifestyle. Spearheaded by the Henry Hingers of hip-hop, Mr. Angelo Ellaby, Double Exposure serves to educate its clients about the dollars and cents of the music industry. For more information about Double Exposure Media Relations, call 201-224-6510. 201-224-6510. Double Exposure Media Relations.
If you are looking for irresistible, breathtaking art, you've come to the right place. At Sherwood Forest Art, we carry a large selection of paintings, masks, figurines, and sculptures of both modern, abstract, and representational styles. To see all of our art treasures, visit our showroom today at 19500 Livernois Avenue in Detroit, Michigan. For more information, call 313-340-0411. Sherwood Forest Art, where art talks to us in a language of its own.
Just because I raised a little sane, I might be tired lately. Try to understand. That doesn't mean that you've done something wrong. No. And just because when we have a little fight and I walk out on you and stay gone all night, that doesn't mean that I'm not coming home. Whoa, baby, I love you. Oh, I love only you. What else can I do or say? Now just because when sometimes you want to make love and I tell you not tonight, you try to understand. I work hard all day, girl, I'm doing the best that I can. Now if you want to go, it's up to you, but I'm telling you right now, my whole world is gonna be misty blue. I'm begging you, please, 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 please stay. I love you. I sure love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. I love you. Yes, I do. What else can I
And we are back. If you're just tuning in and wish to come in on this conversation, please feel free to call in at 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183. Press the number 1. It'll say you're now in the host queue. That lets me know that you're there, want to talk, and then I will come to you at the right time, okay? So, letting you know, honey, today is a Don't Come Out of a Bag Wednesday, where you are my co-host, my darlings. Yes, that's right. We're going to talk about whatever is on your mind, honey, right here and right now. But if you decide to come out of a bag on me, darlings, sugar, apple dumpling, cherry blossoms, I will come out of a bigger bag on you. Now, like I said, we could talk about eating and everything, but here's something that I want to get into that's on my mind this particular go-round. Okay, I'm sure many of you have seen the movie Str8 Outta Compton. Okay, the whole, rise of what NWA was and how they have become to be. But it's one question I'm going to ask you specifically about the movie. Okay, so we could get into it a little bit. And that is, we already know that the movie done did mega millions and stuff. Ice Cube was the executive producer of it and carrying on, and, he had his team of people that put all that together and blah, blah, blah. However, let me ask y'all something. Was it just me, or did the relationship between Eazy-E and that Jerry Heller, whatever his name is, the Jerry dude, his business partner, the one who helped him start the record label and carrying on, did it seem a little bit that way to you? There was a lot of hidden undertones that I picked up out of the movie, about their relationship that a lot of folks may not have wanted to say about or talk about or whatever. And I'm not accusing. I'm just saying that the way this was portrayed, it came across a bit that way. So I don't know. Did anybody else pick up on that in the movie, honey? I'm going to throw that out there to y'all, and we'll talk about it for just a moment. And then what did you think about it? I enjoyed it because it was a time in my life that I understood. I remember all the references in there. I remember because I lived it. This was, these are my teens and my early 20s when all this was happening. So, it changed the world. And because of that, here's the bigger question that I have about the movie, particularly hip-hop music in general. And as I was questioning this, I found a documentary on YouTube called Hip Hop Beyond the Beats and Rhymes. I'm going to encourage you guys to go and check that out. It's about an hour long. And we're going to revisit this topic again because I'm hoping to get the creator of his name is Byron Hunt or Hurt, one of the two. I'm going to get him to see if I can get him to come on the show so we could talk about this in depth and his research. But here's the thing, since NWA, came onto the scene, and, they have become, I'm going to call them the grandfathers of gangster rap because we didn't really have that gangster stuff until they hit the scene. Then it became them, and then Ice-T, and, then we had the Two Live Crew, and all these other different children that started running and hitting it. Everything became hard and explicit and, all of this just hood kind of mentality. But here's the question that I have, and that is it fair to assume that one's masculinity became dependent upon the kind of music that he listens to? Because it seems like when gangster rap hit the scene, that then started to define manhood in the hood and just manhood period. Because now we have and the next generation is the same way. We have this whole thing of your manhood is determined by the music that you listen to. if I'm not rocking Tupac or Biggie or Lil Wayne or 2 Chainz or somebody, then I'm considered, I'm soft, I'm fag, I'm this, I'm that. Okay, and God help you if you playing Beyonce. Jesus have mercy. Okay, that there is a gay card giveaway all day, and I'm trying to remember. See, back in my day, it was all about the music and things, but I don't remember, a lot of that being so hell bent. Yeah, Diana Ross was our thing, but there was a lot of people that were into Ross. You know what I'm saying? And carrying on. So to say I love Diana Ross, it wasn't a whole classification kind of thing. And I guess because she was considered R&B music, and we had a lot of R&B crooners. You had your Teddy Pendergrass and your Barry Whites, and Luther came on the scene, but Luther was still questionable. But you had the children, honey, who came up into this thing, and that was still representing that masculine sound. You had Lenny Williams and the Commodores and Earth, Wind and Fire. So we still had that masculine edge. But then when gangsta hip hop became what it was, and then all of a sudden it started now, their whole thug life, prison life, this life, that started to now define one's masculinity and carrying on, and the hardness. And then for ladies, I'm gonna throw this at you, because you're the ones who say you want the bad boy, you want the this, you want the that. Is it true that if you find that your dude is sitting up there rocking Rihanna, or maybe let me take them out of the play, because hell, Will Smith was considered to be fun, but when gangsta rap hit, if you would listen to Will Smith or Biz Markie, maybe even a Chuck D or whatever, you were still considered to be, you wasn't down. That was weak. That wasn't the thing. You know what I'm saying? Hell, even the Fat Boys had played out, and that was fun rap for us. But if you wasn't sitting up there, bouncing and having your 40s and carrying on, that still was you was considered soft. So, ladies, I'm gonna throw that to you. What is it about the music that you want your dude to sit down there and represent? Why is it that this kind of music always represents that kind of lifestyle, or it has to say that kind of masculinity, or it defines that kind of man? Please, 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 please. I want you to tune in now. So for those of you, if you want to come on in, 347-205-9183. Press the number 1. Let me know you got something to say, and I'm coming to you. The other thing that's on my mind is this thing here. Y'all hear this whole Black Lives Matter, and I just read yesterday Elizabeth Hasselbeck. Yeah, that same one from The View. She's on Fox or whatever she is now. And I heard her ask this question of this guy, because a lot of folks, we starting to get the radicals in the movement, the whole Black Lives Matter children who want to sit up and, it's kind of like, remember back when for those of you who saw the movie Panther, and you're not privy to the Black Panther Party because you didn't live it. I was a kid, so I wasn't really into it the way my parents were. But I was a kid. I remember some things. But if you saw the movie, you saw how when you had the Black Panther Party, but then you had that renegade of folks that came out of it that was using the Black Panther Party name and then wanted to sit down there and become very militant within it. And so it started to give a bad name to the whole organization. Well, I was thinking we're starting to do that now with this whole Black Lives Matter, because we got a number of folk who want to rise up and create a little bit of havoc. Not enough to where it's combative, but it's just enough to where folks are now wanting to consider that the whole organization of Black Lives Matter is supporting hate crimes. And they're saying that the organization needs to be listed as a hate organization. How about that? We sit up there saying this whole thing is about police brutality and understanding that, in the urban areas and stuff, that Black lives matter. And then, they wanted to classify it, and, we got all this, and folks are like, well, no, we need to just say all lives matter because this, that, and the other. And, yes, we do know all lives matter, but what ends up being why this is so specifically targeted to Black Lives Matter is because it's the same old thing that we've been dealing with for a minute, and that is the Black community or Americans of African descent have all been challenged when it comes to the political game, when it comes to police matters and carrying on. All of our stuff has been swept up under the rug. As you have seen over the time, we have all these cops who have been getting away and getting off with the killings and carrying on of the Black men that they have killed and carried on, and now Black women, because I still say that girl, honey, I don't know how the Sandra girl who ended up being found hanged in the prison, I don't know how they sat up there and did not catch that. How they allowed her to hang herself. That's just not computing to me, and she's supposed to be watched. If you are there and you are in a cell, honey, those cells are always there. Watch, and children are coming by there on the hour, every half hour, to make sure that you are okay. And she was at the precinct, so she's in the holding cell. So something about that just ain't gelling well with me. It ain't gelling well with me just yet, okay? So, now you want to sit down there and take what this organization is all about and then want to say that, they need to go up under hate crime or they need to this, that, and the other. And I have a hard time with that. I have a very, very, very I have a hard time with that. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, I thought this was y'all. I wanted to make sure that this was. Okay, let me go here because we have the children here, and I want to make sure they come on up in here and let us know what is going on. I told you guys, honey, a treat for us, honey, revisiting with us. We had them on once before when they first opened the show and were preparing last year for Mighty Real, a fabulous Sylvester musical, honey. I'm very proud of them, honey, because they have taken us by storm and they have really let us have it, with what their success is and how the show has become critically acclaimed across the country. And they are now going to be here in Atlanta this Saturday, September 5th, for a one-night-only show. So without any further ado, I want to welcome, this is Mr. Wayne Anthony and Mr. Kendrell Bowman back to Dishing Tea. Hello there, fellas.
Hello, how are you?
Honey, I am all of the above and beyond, honey. What's going on with you two?
So we are in rehearsal for this show that we're going to do on Saturday, and we got to hurry it up because we need to get ready for the people on Saturday.
Now, you know what? Let's get an update because only you guys can tell it, of what's been happening since the last time you were on. When we last spoke, it was almost a year ago, and you guys were preparing for the opening in New York City and carrying on. What has happened since that time, and what have you learned throughout this process?
Well, this is Kendrell. From the last time we spoke, we opened our show off-Broadway here in New York City. We had a great sold-out run. Got great reviews in New York. And it was amazing. And then, we're still in total control of our show like we've been in the beginning. We booked our show in Sylvester's hometown in San Francisco last year after our run. We went to San Francisco for a month and a half and performed there. Then after that, we went to D.C., the Howard Theater. We've been back in New York, and then we also went to Philadelphia and performed, and now we're preparing for Atlanta. So the great thing, everything is still great. We've just been Anthony, myself, and Shirley Ralph, still co-producing the show, making it happen. It's us African-Americans on Broadway taking it by storm.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Now, Anthony, You're out here giving us all these vocals and carrying on, my darling. What are you doing to stay in shape, to keep your range together, so that you can give these wonderful performances and without tiring out, because that's a grueling schedule.
Right, it is, but we make it happen. Me and Kendra, we both keep in the gym. We take care of ourselves, eat right. We try to either eat right when we can, and and I think, and even vocally, I just stay singing in the house, try to keep myself together. Even with us doing shows around the country, I've been able to really get my stamina up with that run that we did in San Francisco, and especially the run that we did off Broadway. And I've been able to find a way to keep it consistent and keep it safe and keep it real and keep it strong for everybody. So I'm very grateful for that.
Okay, okay. So now over this last run, what have you learned from the show? What has the show taught you about yourselves? What were some of the little insights that you're learning about Sylvester, especially going to his hometown in San Francisco?
Well, for the show it's so fun we just had to talk with the cast. Each show that we do, it's a different show. We try to be better from each show and bring something new. It's like we try to experiment different things. Since the show off Broadway, we added even more costumes to the show. We may try to add some different things to songs. Or, then Anthony now you have the freedom to hear, like he heard more stories about his family and things like that. So you can, add this and do different things. And we're just learning step by step and show by show. We just experiment and see, this may work or this may not work. You know what I mean? So that's the process of it is we don't do the same show every show. But we definitely make sure that we give the people what they want at every show,
I feel you on that. Now, let me ask this, because I see that there is a cast album soundtrack for this particular show that's available on iTunes. What was that process like for you guys?
Log out the mic and hit record. That's what it was like. That's what we did. It's a live album. That was off Broadway. We recorded the album off Broadway live with the audience and everything. But
wonderful.
But that was an experience I know for myself. After the show, we went into the studio and mixing it for doing the production of the album. Most people don't know. You sit there and you listen to the song over and over, make sure the horns are right, the vocals are right here. It's very tedious, but it came out very good. It was actually one of the number one albums that came out for cast albums, Broadway albums that week. So that was good.
Wonderful. Now, I have to bunch that. Now, I know that it's on iTunes. Are there hard copies available as well, like on Amazon or whatever? Or did you press out CDs, or is it all digital?
No, of course. Go to our website, www.fabuloussylvester.com, and you can order, and you can send you autographed copies, hard copies to pass. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because see, I'm old school with that, because I like to read liner notes and all that kind of stuff. I have to have a hard case product. That's just me. These MP3, that's cute. No, I could store them on the computer, but I just have to have the solid thing in my hand. So now, where are you guys playing here in Atlanta? And tell us all the BS of what's going on.
Well, the show's going to be the Variety Playhouse on 1099 Euclid Avenue, Northeast.
That's in Little
Five
Points area.
Right, Little 5 Points.
Yeah, Little 5 Points.
And we'll be there. Go ahead. No, I said we'll be there Saturday night. The show starts at 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6. And then also, we're giving everyone, all your viewers, I'm not sure if this is live right now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, good. Today, we're doing even for yourself, we're doing a special live streaming of the cast rehearsal that we're in right now, starting at 4 o'clock on Periscope. So they can go download Periscope on their iPhones, and then they can look up Fab Sylvester, that's FABSYLVESTER, and they can watch on the whole cast and the band perform a couple of songs in rehearsal today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right now. All right. Now that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Now listen,
Okay.
you guys.
I have to get back into rehearsal right now because time is money.
Yeah, we got to get back to rehearsal.
Okay. Well, that there is cute. Y'all get back to that rehearsal. I want to make sure that y'all go in. So everybody come on out Saturday. I will see you guys Saturday. Don't listen, because I'm coming.
Oh yeah, just to let you know, if you didn't know, Andre Leon Talley is on board with us when we take our show to Broadway next year. He's going to help me do the costumes for Broadway run starting in 2016. So it's going to be a fabulous show.
Yeah, it's going to be over the top. And of course, the diva herself, Miss Shirley Ralph, will be there on Saturday. You know, so she'll come in all her fabulousness.
Yeah, also we have some housewives that are going to be attending there too.
Hot day, cute, because I got to come and shake her hand. Be like, that's my baby right there. But all right,
Miss Dream Girl.
The original Dina, honey. Come on now. I'm living for
all right,
this.
well, we look forward to seeing you.
Would you guys go ahead on and get it together? We will see each other Saturday night. And, we're going to make this happen, sweetie. So go ahead now.
Yes, and get tickets now at www.fabuloussylvester.com. There are limited VIP tickets left for a meet and greet after the show, too.
Yeah, and don't forget Periscope, 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Fab Sylvester.
All right. Periscope at 4 o'clock. We got it.
Thank you very much.
All right, babies. All right, I will see you guys this weekend. Thank you so much for coming in.
All right, we'll see you then.
All right, babies.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, children. All right, honey. Yes, if y'all don't know who Sylvester is, baby, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. Okay? So now let's get back into this, and we're going to make this happen, honey. Okay, now, 313-658. 313-658. I'm coming to you right now, baby. Come on up in here and talk to me. What's happening?
Good morning. Oh, Mr. Nathan. You know what it is and how it be and what it look like. It sure is hot. It's hot here. Is it out there?
Oh, God, yes, child. And see, we got overcast and carrying on down up in here. We got a 30% chance of showers. It's supposed to rain Saturday and carrying on, child. We don't know. But the humidity is up, so, That's
Baby,
what's happening here.
it's
So what's
90 degrees. It's September.
Yeah, we're like y'all in Michigan, honey, so you know, hey,
you
it's Indian summer.
Summer came back. It
Indian
made a comeback.
That's
Don't call it a comeback. It came back.
Okay.
Summer came back. We was in the 70s, and at nighttime it was almost 50. Now we back to 70-degree nights and 90-degree days. What kind of see? That's different. Ain't seen the leaf change yet. Usually by mid-August, a leaf will change. I ain't seen a leaf change yet. It's too hot. They holding on tight.
Dig that.
A leaf ain't,
okay.
And usually we'll have some color by this time of the year. We don't have any. It's all green.
Well, the president keeps saying, you know, we having a global warming effect and things. We need to get back to solar energy and things and all of that. I just saw on Facebook where they got this new little oven that's supposed to be a solar energy little cooking utensil. Mm-hmm. And it's like a grill oven kind of thing, honey. Yeah, you cook by sunlight.
I saw that.
Yes, I thought that was real ingenious.
Yes. We need to stop being so oil dependent. We need to go back to basics. Why? That's why. How many chickens did they have to kill because the chickens had the flu?
Well, yeah, then they had to kill those, and then over in China they just had a truck just tipped over, and another 10,000 chickens were affected by it. I don't know if they were all killed, but they tipped over 10,000
But the whole thing of it is what is they feeding them that we're eating? I'm going strictly vegetarian. They ain't gonna get me through no meat.
Well, you know what? Well, hold on now, because that's very interesting. Because one of the things is real cute to say let's go vegetarian, but a lot of the vegetarian diets and stuff, a lot of the seeds have already been altered.
Man.
Splicing and carrying on with the fruits and vegetables. Anytime you got a fruit that's seedless, honey, that's a genetically altered.
That's a GMO.
Yes, a watermelon,
yes,
honey. Watermelon's supposed to have fruit. There's no such thing as a seedless watermelon, honey. That's genetically altered.
I got one in my refrigerator I bought at Easter Market, Cookland.
Okay. So,
it's
convenient and carrying on, but they've been splicing this kind of stuff for a little minute. So now what ends up happening is the seeds themselves have become adulterated to where now, in order to get a clean crop, you're going to have to grow and regrow on your own organically in order to get it's probably going to take maybe four cycles, I think. I'm guesstimating 4 cycles in order for the seed to become a real seed again. Without the chemicals, without the effect of this, that, and the other, because of the process that it has. And you a farmer, you understand what that is. And I'm sure with your particular product, honey, you understand if the seeds are contaminated, the product is going to be what the seed is.
Exactly.
So it's real easy to say we're going to go vegetarian. But at the same time of going vegetarian, oftentimes, going into this blindly, the food is contaminated to some degree, and we don't exactly know what we're putting in our bodies. I still want to get with farmers and carrying on because I got to find out how is it that eating organic is always costing so much more, than
they call whole
than everything
food
else.
Check. What kind of mess is that?
Exactly.
Why would I go to Easter Market and go to the grocery store instead of Easter Market? Because the same bunch of grapes at Easter Market go cost me $1.99, but at the grocery store it's gonna cost me $4.
Exactly.
That ain't right.
Exactly.
That ain't good math. That's not right math. That don't compute.
Well, it does when you think about the middleman, when you think about shelf life and preservatives, and I think that may be the answer to why organic stuff costs so much because of the shelf life. Stuff that's grown organically doesn't have all the extra chemicals in it to stay on the shelves. And then even to stay in the refrigerator, when you buy it, you got to consume it within 3 or 4 days, or it starts to go bad. Otherwise, I remember when we had that stuff called Fruit Fresh. Remember that commercial a long time ago?
Right.
You put this on your fruit to keep it from browning and this, that, and the other.
Right,
right. That there was nothing but preservatives in the bottle. You sat down there and it gave it extra shelf life and this, that, and the other. And no, it didn't brown or turn ugly or whatever, but what it did was all that shit that kept it looking beautiful is now in your arteries that done harden up your arteries and carrying on.
Have mercy.
Okay,
have mercy.
So, it becomes a little bit of that, and I want to get into the whole the whole science behind the agriculture so that I can talk with a little bit more authority and not just coming from just my own personal experience and what I've gleaned from it, because I'm sure that the farmers and carrying on are all bitch moaning and complaining about it too because it's cutting into their profits. They
got to buy all of these chemicals to add.
Exactly, and then to compete with other folks, because for those who are natural farmers, I know they have a hard time selling their cattle or whatever, versus someone who's all hormone induced and plumped, because you got fatter chickens, you got bigger chickens. Have you noticed? And see, you like to cook. Have you noticed it used to take us? When you took chicken out and then unthawed, child, you could cook dinner and have a fried chicken dinner done in 30 minutes. Well, now it takes you 30 minutes to cook the chicken by itself because it's so thick, the meat is tough, and it's so that way you got to cut down into it in order to get it to cook down to the bone. It used to be the chicken used to come out all golden brown and delicious. Now it got to be a little darker because you got to cook it longer. Because of all of the bacteria. Have you noticed when you clean the chicken and you go up in there and say, I don't fry my chicken I stopped frying my chicken with the skin on it since I was 15. So I'm constantly cleaning the chicken and stripping it. And, when you get up on there, when you look at all that fat, I thought it was just cellulite, but then I looked at it, I said, look at this. all of that, when you end up cleaning the chicken, you got half of the chicken weight in fat and skin in the container.
Mm-hmm. How about that?
You know, that you finna get to discard. That shit is heavy. I went to go throw it in the garbage can, honey. It made a third side. I was like, oh my God.
You got to put the disposable on now. Yeah, I'm just saying, you got to do the room.
So, you know, that there was that. So that's I'm looking, and I put a call out. I had a friend of mine, a coworker, who said that he knew some farmers or whatever. So we're in negotiations of trying to get them to come on the show so that we can talk about this in depth and really, really, really explore what this is with our food system and with the ecology and stuff. Because, hell, you know, the 4 basic food groups ain't the basic food groups anymore. Hell, they used to tell us that wheat, you know, you eat wheat bread or whatever, but now they're saying something wrong with the wheat products. You need to go multigrain because the wheat don't do well, particularly with African Americans. The science is saying that wheat products are not necessarily good for us because it don't break down right.
How about that?
But now, so they say they go multigrain, you know, and that's a better consistency for your body because it's a little more natural. And then also they're saying that the wheat products, you know, they do a lot of bleaching and unbleaching and carrying on with the wheat to where it itself has become unhealthy. You know, particularly with African Americans. Now that there was something I just happened upon, but like I said, I got to get the science behind that, so that when we put this information out there. But I'm gonna tell y'all, go Google it, honey. Don't just take my word for it. Go Google it, honey. Google it and do your research on the food system and carrying on. You know. So, yes, and then at one point they were telling us fat was bad, don't get the fat. And I was listening to Dr. Oz the other day, and they saying, well, yeah, you can have the fat now, you just got to do it in moderation. Well, that's what we were saying the first time.
I'm just saying, that's what I had heard. Anything in excess is a sin. How about that?
For you because the body needs it, and this time the third. So, So now, everybody, we don't know what the hell to do. You know, everything is everything. So now it just depends on what you know your body is going to react to and respond to, you know, versus trying to get on this particular diet or that particular diet or whatever. You know, so, yeah, that there is that. So now let me ask you, because the question was about the whole idea of gangster rappers. So you and I, you know, we were there at Wayne State University and carrying on, and we saw what happened with the children and carrying on. What is your take on this whole gangster rap connotation and masculinity? How it affects menfolk and carrying on, and how, you know, it determines who you are as a man. What is your take on that?
I have no opinion because I'm a woman. But only thing I can say, hold on, from my perspective, the shift that I saw change, because back when all of this jumped off, we was wearing colored Levi's and Elises.
Right.
Hello? I had a rainbow gym shoes and blue jeans, Levi Strauss. Thinking we was the Gap down, okay?
Right.
It made me sad because I was like, for real? You just not going to pull up your pants?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's fuck this and fuck that? Okay.
Right.
Well, you shut me down right at the top. I'm sorry. I'm done. Because y'all not about to worry me, because it's and it still is worrisome. What are they really singing about? These kids, if it's not the neo-soul music, I can't even tolerate the rap. It make my head hurt. I had had to have one of my children explain to me what they was rapping about. I didn't know cream on the inside, cream on the outside was about the paint job on the car. I don't need to know about the paint job on the car. How about that? Hold on, but you ain't even riding. You ain't even driving, nigga. I can't. I just can't. I can't.
Okay, then let me go here, because see, you and I have had discussions like this, and you got girlfriends, you know, who always said that they were attracted to that thug. And unless, you know, I've had the girls to sit up there and had children who by listening to their music, they felt as though they wasn't real men. If they came up in there blasting some Luther or whatever, okay, Luther was cool because that was fuck music. But you think
right.
You know, if you wasn't blasting, who was that for us? That, you know, we still had Pac, we still had Biggie. You know, we had KRS-One had played. He phased out. That was when we were kids. But now, you know, you had to do Ice-T. You had to do Cube when Cube went solo. You had to have, you know, your Big Daddy Kane, and you know, it became that kind of thing. And if you wasn't rocking that, then something was wrong with you. So what was
me personally, I was rocking X-Clan, To the East, my brother, To the East.
Okay.
And Arrested Development. I was listening to music.
Right.
I like to know the lyrics to the song. I want to sing along. They can't sing along. For real, hold up. Brother, Ella, oh, that's what y'all gonna sing now? That's how you make money? That's how we get down now?
Right.
That's how I go now.
Right.
I'm drunk in love. For real, you drunk in love for real, though. You drunk in love for real, though.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. You drunk in love. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good for you. But that it don't, in the real world, it don't go that way. Because if you drunk in love, you homeless. You ain't got no place to stay. You're not washing your behind on a regular basis because you drunk in love.
Because you drunk.
But okay, Beyonce, okay. I'm gonna buy that next album, just like I bought the last 6 she made. I ain't bought near Beyonce album. Not a one, and I'm proud. I'm not a hater. I love her. She's sweet. Make that money, independent woman. Make that money, and be drunk in love with it. I ain't mad. But you gonna go on with that there, because I ain't trying to hear that there. I ain't got time for that.
I heard that.
I just ain't got time for it. They need to be more original.
I heard that. Now, what about the flip side of that coin? Because, see, now, you know, the children, honey, now we have our own little doo-wops now, you know. And certain, I guess, you know, the gay children just gravitated to certain artists, and certain artists, you know, would not basically have a career if it were not for the love of the gay children, honey, and they die hard, you know.
They're consumers. They consume.
Is that
Say that. Okay. They're consumers. Say that. They have buying power. Their dollars speak volumes.
I like that.
I'm
like that.
telling you what I had heard.
I like that. Okay. Which you know, because I tell everybody, now, you know, if you got a banging single, honey, you know you're going to have to do a club remix on this.
Exactly.
Okay, you know you got to do a club remix. Okay, because the children, if you can sock it, because the children going to love it, but if you could get a club remix on this single, where the children can sit down there and twirl and kick up, do a little 6 o'clock, baby. Okay? Then you can take it to the club.
Now you know I know.
Okay. Right.
Don't forget to kick at the end. High kick.
Okay, you got a high kick, honey, and the arabesque, honey. Yes, on the back.
Hello.
Yes.
Twirl. Twirl.
Oh, dear goodness. That there is a scream. It's a scream. So now, let me go here with you, because the whole thing with the Black Lives Matter campaign, and they want to sit down there and say that it ought to be listed as a hate crime because the folks who, I think it was some people had went somewhere and they interrupted somebody's speech. I think it was Bernie Sanders, or the guy who's running against Hillary.
Right.
They interrupted his
Bernie
speech.
Sanders.
And carried on. There's a couple other things that they have done where they've become disruptive and things, and now a lot of the kids are saying that that they are an organization promoting hate, and they should be labeled as such. And I think that's just a little too far. I think that, as with all organizations, it's like when the folks started looting and carrying on, and we were doing all the protesting, honey. Okay, yeah, we got peaceful protests, but then you got the jackasses just in the bunch that just want to start shit. Just to be seen, to be heard, to get their little 15 minutes of fame and carrying on, and basically because they have nothing else to do. And I think that Black Lives Matter is getting that same bum rap on this. What are your thoughts?
What I saw with my eyes was a white police chief saying that they need to drop the Black Lives Matters and just make it Lives Matters because too many police officers are dying. It made me get up, pause, and go to the bathroom. Because I was like, for real? For real? That's
okay.
Because it was a white man that died. It was a cop that got shot, and his police chief got up and said, I can't remember if it was Chicago or I believe it was. If it wasn't Illinois, it was the Indiana police chief.
Okay.
I told you about the news program.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that?
The newscaster said that in effect is that white men in this country are dying more than black people. And then after watching that goddamn White It Out, my brain exploded as to the possibilities of this goddamn statistical motherfucking fact. If you're including, you rat bitch, police officers and military men, fuck you 5 times. You can't compare somebody willing to jump in front of a bullet to somebody walking to the goddamn store trying to get a bag of chips.
See, I'm just saying. It's something.
I love it in this country. Whenever in this country, as I'm really, really painfully starting to realize, when you step on a white toe, especially if it's the right one, baby, they're going to bring all your shit to a screeching halt and remind you of what country you in. Remember, we stole this land. We'll take all your shit and say it was your fault.
How about that?
Know your place.
And very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting.
That is fucked up. And now that you say they're trying to turn what into some kind of violence, you're saying that the black people don't need it, the Black Panthers or something?
No, the Black Lives Matter. What they want to do is they want to label it as a racist hate group.
A hate group. They doing way too much.
Yeah, as an organization, yeah, because of the idiots that are in there who have been, causing a little trouble and carrying on. So now they want to say that the entire organization needs to go down as a hate group. And I'm not necessarily down with that.
That don't even sound right. That don't sound right. Anytime we get organized and start changing shit, then shit is wrong.
Yeah, how about that? Exactly. When they do it, we're told, get over it. That happened a long time ago. We stopped thinking about it. But when we do it, they got the motherfucking gall and audacity to call us racist.
Right.
I'm pro-black.
Right.
How about that?
That is mind-fucking-blowing. Really?
Really.
Okay.
That's extra.
Okay, and that's what it is.
It should be black people. Nah,
well, here's something that I find interesting too, and they had said this once, and when I was told, when it was brought to my consciousness about this, I thought about it. I was like, wow. and that is every time we've had a Super Bowl or a college football or basketball or whatever sports game, whatever, the Caucasian European children go out and they flip over shit, knock over street lamps and carry on for fun in celebration of the game. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They don't call it looting. They don't call it property destruction. They don't even call them thugs. What they say is we have folks who have gotten out of hand college students, you know, who are celebrating, and they have started to just destroy property, you know. But those kids, honey, or the flip side of it, you know, either it's a celebration or it's retaliatory, because perhaps this was one of the big games, you know, the Orange Bowl, the Cotton Bowl, the Super Bowl, whichever bowl or championship, and this was the rival of the century, and your team lost.
Your team got
out of anger, you go and do the same, you know, crimes and carrying on, you know.
In
and
your
not
own
one
neighborhood.
time do they call them thugs.
Not once. Hold on.
Or whatever. They don't call them that.
I was watching something, Meech, and they did a split screen of how on one side they had the little boy in the park with the BB gun. 2 seconds, the police came out and killed him. On the other side of the split screen, they had the police talking to a white man for an hour with a high-powered rifle, a real gun.
Right.
They talked to him for an hour, but in 2 seconds they got out of the car and shot the black boy.
Right.
But y'all gonna talk to the white man for an hour with a high-powered rifle.
Right.
For real? For real?
Negotiation.
And then, you know, they walked up to him and everything, and they, you know, befriended him, and so he gave him the gun.
Right.
And he lived another day. But the 13-year-old with the air pellet gun, he dead, and his mama had to bury him.
There's another one that they just
bad.
showed here. I don't know if this is national news yet or not. The police officers went to this one particular house, and it was supposed to be a domestic violence call.
Yes.
This just happened a couple of days ago. And
yes, national.
You know, they said that they ended up having to kill the guy, but there's a video that surfaced and shows that the guy had his hands up.
Hands raised.
Yeah.
They showed that this morning on CBS News this morning.
So, you know, here we go, you know, with, again, understanding and not understanding what all this is, child. And so on one hand, you know, I really wish that the good cops would be able to step out from up under the shadow. But see, on a personal note, ever since I was 16, I've had, you know, a bad taste in my mouth whenever the folks put on the blues. And that's very interesting considering that I work in security. Because, you know, there's a sense of authority there, but at the same time, I'm very mindful of that because I know that kind of power can easily get abused. And I know with police officers and things, and because of my size and, you know, they're claiming that I'm intimidating and carrying on, this here has just been absolutely, you know, I just don't get it. And I think about the time that when I was 16, had they been trigger happy, I would probably be dead today, you know, because I was standing at the bus stop with my sister friend Desiree, and we were at Grand Boulevard in Dexter on our way home from the movies, and a police car pulled up and said, I fit the description of somebody raping a girl at that bus stop. And I said, excuse me, so they made me take my hands out of my pocket. The white officer came and slammed me on the hood of the car. And I was like, what is going on? And they went over to Desiree, kept saying, ma'am, are you okay? She said, what are you talking about? I'm fine. We're together. What is going on? And they sat up there, and the white guy, he kept talking about, he said, oh, you little fucker, you better hope and pray that don't nothing happen to her. You better hope and pray don't nothing happen to her because, yeah, we're going to fuck you up. And I said, what the hell? And now I'm starting to get pissed. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then it was the black cops up there said, no, you fit the description of somebody over here. We just got a call, said somebody was getting raped over here. You fit the description. And then I said, Desiree cleared it. She said, we were sitting up here waiting on the bus. Then they wanted to sit there and slap on me because I was 16, that I was almost in violation of curfew. So that was to justify their little actions of throwing me on the goddamn car. They left, and then I was, I'm all pissed and shit because I'm like, this don't make no sense. And then another car pulled up, and that had a female officer in it. Telling me something, we got a call. I said, y'all not finna go through this again. I said, our officer just left. Well, take your hands out. I said, I'm not going through this again. Somebody just left. You better get on that radio and call somebody because they just left, throwing me around. And I got very adamant, They didn't draw their weapon on me, but I was really very adamant about it because I was like, no, I'm not going to do this shit again. So that was in 1986. And here we are 30 years later, almost, and we're right here at that same, with the same kinds of stories almost, So, very, very interesting.
The guy that got shot with his hands up, are you talking about the same guy that they said slipped through the hole in the ceiling or the attic?
This is
it's a different guy. Okay, never mind.
No. This is something. No, this here. The police were supposed to be responding to some kind of domestic violence call or whatever, and the guy. They were saying that he may have harmed the child or something, but he had left the house. He was on the outside of the house. And according to what I saw in this video, when the policemen drew their weapons, his hands were up. His hands were up, and I don't know what caused them to fire, but they end up firing, and they end up killing this dude. So what in that says what? I don't understand. I really and truly don't understand. I don't get it. And, we always say that, the officers and stuff are there's an amount of fear out there. They're fearful of their lives or this, that, and the other. But at the same time, why are you shooting to kill?
How about that?
Why is it that you always have to aim to shoot to kill? You aiming for the heart. You're aiming for something, either the head or the heart. Y'all trying to take them out of here versus if you're sitting up there aiming for that damn shoulder, okay, if you just got to shoot or aim for that leg or whatever to take them down and
break a nigga down. Shoot a nigga in the knee. How about that?
Or whatever, if you're just going to bring them down. But then, we always said that, there's always hand-to-hand combat. Officers should be trained to know how to do this without using deadly force. Deadly force is supposed to be the absolute last thing on the list.
Yeah, no, that's number one. Got some bitch-ass police out there. Yeah, I said it, and my daddy is a cop, retired now, but yeah, I said it.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
When we were children and we had a disagreement, we duked it out. We gonna get in the circle, and we gonna knock each other. We gonna try to knock each other out.
Right.
And then whoever got their lip busted, their eye busted, we laughed, dang, your eye all swollen. That's how it's going to be. And we live to live another day. Now these kids nowadays, these little boys, you're not going to break up with me. I'm going to kill you and your family. For real?
How about that?
But you're 16. You don't even know how to really do it good yet. You ain't even in your prime, and you going to take yourself out and the baby mama? Oh, that's too much. Y'all doing too much. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm sorry saying the same thing, but really, that's just way too much.
Well, one of the things that came up in the Facebook group, we were talking about mental health. and I've been saying this on the show for a little piece of time now, that we really need to make mental health a priority in our health care needs, and particularly in the African American community, because we stigmatize it so much. You know, don't nobody want to be crazy and this, that, and the other. Honey, listen, everybody got a touch of crazy somewhere. Okay?
I'm just saying. Everybody.
You know, and we have to learn how to.
Ain't bad, but the whole thing of it is you just have to find people who's crazy play good with your crazy.
Right.
And then you have like friends, and then you'll be all right.
Exactly.
You ain't got to do all of that. All of that killing. I mean, the landscape of Detroit has changed because Negroes cheating on their wife, their girlfriend dump them, they get mad, and they want to burn down her place of work and kill her and him too. I'm like, for real? On Grand River, the medical center.
What?
Yes. Right near Steve Soul Food? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cheating on his wife with the girl that worked at the doctor's office. And she said, well, I don't want to be cheating with you no more. So he was working there too. He worked there too as a janitor, but he got fired. So he caught her at the beginning of the morning, one but a couple of people that at the doctor's office went in the basement, set something on fire, called her downstairs, shot her, and died in the fire. Everybody else got out, though.
And then he died in the Lord.
He died in the fire. He killed her and wanted to die, too, because he had loved at her.
Lord.
It was,
see, and that's
it wasn't his wife, though.
Issues.
That's the thing. You married. You're
right.
married for real, though. This is how this is going to go down for real. This is how this is going to go down. This is going to be your legacy to your children. For real. That you went down for a chick that you was sleeping with, and you just couldn't live without her no more, so you killed her and you. Yeah, I got issues with that. I had issues.
Lord, well.
Y'all doing too much.
Entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Entirely.
And then the thing of it, and what make me mad is I have lived Finkel and Greenfield for 3 years. I have seen more murders, robberies, so many different crimes, domestic abuse, and don't none of it make the news, don't none of it make the paper. I'm like, are you serious? When I told somebody where I live, they was like, do you know you live in Murder Row? I was like, excuse me? I said, Murder Row? He was like, you over there in that fire department? I was like, yep. They was like, girl, it's hot. I was like, you ain't got to tell me. I see it every day. Right. We got hookers. We got drugs. We got the nephews out here selling drugs at every gas station and liquor store. I'm like, for real? It's niggas at the bus stop trying to sell you bus tickets. Hold on, you go down to the Rosa Parks Transit Center and shit, you can buy you a nigga.
Shut up.
I'll be your nigga for the day. $50, lady. Come on, let's go. I'll go home with you. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I am G-double-O-D good. I'm just trying to make some money. Yeah, it ain't gonna be at my house with me. I can tell you. You stay right here. I don't trust them new niggas. I just can't. They're doing way a lot. And these little girls, what's making me the saddest thing to me in my life, what I see on a daily basis, is these young mothers, your early to mid-20s, outside in the world in their pajamas. That's why it's called sleepwear. Hold on. It's summertime, Meech. Hold on. They bring the babies with the PJs on outside.
Right.
Why? You couldn't. I'm assuming since you're outside going to take care of your business in pajamas, that no water has touched your behind because you're in night clothes.
Right.
That's what I see. I have zero understanding for these young ladies.
You know what? And it's not just young ladies. Cause I just saw a dude on the bus, on the trains rather, yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? And I think his number one, they were pajama pants or sleepwear, lounge wear as they call it. Number two, they were too long. I don't know why we done got this thing now to where we like to have pants too long to where we're walking on the bottoms of them so the ends will be all tethered.
That's stupid.
That is dumb. Hem the damn pants. But no, the kids now, they make them so long to where they walking on them and stepping on them and things, and so that their whole, the whole end part of the pant, the whole seam or whatever, has become tethered and all ripped up and things. And you got that on with some damn flip-flops with socks.
Stop.
Do you hear what I said? And you
come
want
out
to sit down here
that
and
ain't
you
even dressed.
Yeah.
You come out the house looking like that.
Yeah.
His mama didn't see him.
And you came out the house looking like that.
His mama didn't see him. His mama did not see him leave out the house looking like that.
Because he grown. That's why. Yeah, that's why, because he grown. When they started making these little pants and carrying on, they all cute and this, that, and the other. You got your Angry Birds and all this old shit. That's cute.
Avengers, Iron Mans.
They got SpongeBob and all of that. But those things are not supposed to be worn outside to nobody's public event. Okay, you go catch the mail or whatever, put a little house wrap around. That there is just for enjoyable. But that is not to be going. I don't even care if you're going to the park. That is not something that you're supposed to wear outside. But you can't tell these kids now because they figure, well, I'm dressed and they got something on. They ain't naked. They can't go to jail for it. So now it just becomes a whole fashion statement. It's just as bad as leggings. I can't stand leggings as pants.
Hold on. It is too many fat women in the city of Detroit wearing stretch pants, and it's not a good look. It really is not. And being a full-figure woman myself, even though I just hit 245, thank you very kindly. I feel good about that.
Okay.
No, that's not clothes. You don't have on with a top on, and it's as tight as the leggings. That's just nasty.
That's what runs it. If you're going to wear the damn things, I've always said, if you're going to wear them, make sure that the shirt is long enough to cover up your business. Because, number one, stretch these damn things enough to where I'm seeing right through them. So if you ain't got no panties on, I'm seeing the thong, or I'm seeing the color of your panties. Okay.
Hold on. They wear bras with see-through camisoles with leggings that look like the Aztec ruins. I'm like, for real? Them a lot of squares. You know that girl I'm talking about. You seen her with them leggings on. Don't look another way. You seen her.
I was going to say that. Aztec are the part of it.
It ain't cute. It ain't cute. It really is not cute. And it hurts my feelings to see so many full-figure women out here disrespecting themselves, looking like hot messes. So when I step out my house, I put effort into how I look. I make sure that my clothes look good on me. And I feel comfortable in them, and there's no cutting or scraping or scratching. Ain't nothing that going on.
Exactly.
You know, I wear a lot of dresses and skirts, but I got a couple of pair of pants I wear every now and again.
Okay.
But yeah,
okay.
In the wintertime, it's so funny. They be out there looking like they got on their little sister jacket.
Right.
I'm like, wow. They was like, well, you not cold? I said, I sure am not. I'm too cute to be cold. I got hat, scarf, gloves, boots. Yeah, I'm not coming outside in no snow and no gym shoes. That's not good sense. Why would you do that to your feet and your gym shoes? What your gym shoes do to you that you don't disrespect but wear them in the snow?
Right.
They plastic. They don't fall apart. They rubber.
Number
they
one.
rubber get right.
Lord have mercy. Well,
Mm-hmm.
let's see. On that note, honey, let y'all get back to y'all world, honey.
All right, baby.
Right now,
I love you. Love you. Have a blessed. You know I'll talk to you soon, baby.
Yes, indeed, honey. I'm going to shut this down for the day, honey, because, baby, that there just hurt my feelings.
You and me both. I got to see it every day. Every day I get to see it every day.
When you sit down and just think about it, and it goes back to the whole idea of mental health these days. I just wish that we would get back or reinvent, or maybe just take time to process the idea of us having to learn how to talk, understanding life skills or whatever. See, when they took economics and home economics out of schools. Okay? When they took home economics out of school, that's when we learned how to bake the cake, how to make the suckers, how to sit up there and understand your fractures in cooking, how to keep a home. We did problem solving. We understood. I never did the baby project where we had to take the egg or whatever, make it like a baby. I didn't have to do that. But
yeah, me neither.
When we had that home economic class, that was one of the classes that taught us how to cope with life skills.
Mm-hmm.
Because it showed you about problems. It taught you how to think outside of the box. And when they took that out of schools, that started to be the demise of folks started to really, really lose their damn mind. They're so quick to want to say that we're bipolar, we are on ADHD or whatever, and they want to throw us on medicines and carrying on, and all the medicines got fucking side effects and et cetera, et cetera. And so now everybody's reacting to the side effects because you was on this particular pill, and now you got to take a pill for the pill, and now the pill for the pill's pill.
I can't. My son won't even do this. They had the commercial on, and they said if your son took this ADHD medicine they made me put my boys on, if your son developed breast gynecomastia, you can get in this class action lawsuit. And he was like, yeah, I'm not going to the doctor. I just got titties. I was like, okay.
Right.
Left it alone. It is what it is.
Right.
So I ain't mad.
Well, apparently he ain't either, honey.
Yeah, there it is. I ain't mad. He's an assistant manager. He working it out. He got 2 jobs. He prosperous. He got hustle. And he an artist.
Okay.
That's what's up. You doing this thing. I ain't mad. That's what I'm going to post on Facebook today. I love all my children, even though y'all don't call and come see about me. I feel like you though.
That's a whole nother show. Well, here, let me let y'all go. I am going to sit down here and get my life in order. I'm going to lay it down for just a half a spell because I do have to go back to the donut factory this evening. With that being said, honey, let everybody finish up all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been dished, and you've been dishing tea right here, right now, with who? With Big Meech, okay? So without any further ado, my darling, if you love me, tell a friend. If you hate me, tell an enemy. But do know this one way, shape, style, form, or fashion, this thing here that I'm doing will move forward. Be sure to get your tickets for No Time for the Pain. $25, honey, opening October 23rd, 24th, and 30th. We got 4 shows for you. For more information, go to www.dishingtea.com. And also, if you're going to be in town this weekend, honey, I hope to see you. And come on out, the fabulous Sylvester, honey, Mighty Rio, a fabulous Sylvester musical, honey, will be airing. So 7 o'clock, honey, so come get your tickets, and we will go from there. So, yes, my darling, let me see what these VIP tickets cost, because I got to go hang out with the cast before I go to work. Ha! So having said all that, honey, it's been real. I'll be back with you again next time, okay? All right, my darlings, ciao.
What a matchup!
And what a team, Mike. Metro PCS and the iPhone SE for $0 on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S. Oh, impressive.
Play with the best. Switch to Metro PCS and get a 32-gig iPhone SE for $0. Metro PCS. Coverage not available in some areas, plus sales tax and $10 activation fee. Claim based on talk and text. Not valid for active numbers currently on a T-Mobile network or active on Metro PCS in the past 90 days. See store for details and terms and conditions.